Okay, so just a disclaimer. I followed a YouTube channel by the name of Raid's channel. You can find him on YouTube and in the link below. And he makes amazing tutorials. And I followed him. It was over a month. So yeah, what you're gonna see is a collection of multiple videos that I recorded over a month, sort of a devlog, not exactly a devlog. Yeah, I recorded over a month, and whatever tutorials I learned from him, I just tried and combined all of them into a single piece and to see if they are stable or not. Of course, all of his tutorials were separate and I fused them into one single project. And at the end of this video, you will notice that, yeah, everything is clubbed together into one piece. And now let's begin. So the first one is about vaulting. So as you can see, there are different types of hurdles here where the player can vault yes or no, like binary conditions. And let's see how it goes off. This is the code for vaulting. The basically what's happening here is the the player is checking for a line trace that goes vertically and checks if there is enough space or not for the player to vault up, and if there is enough space the player can walk. Also it all checks the maximum walkable angle. So as you can see, we can press space and vault because of the debug capsule that's being made fully here, and the condition is true. You can vault up here. The difference is 106. So there's a basic difference of height. As you can see, there's no need to vault here because you can just walk over it. It's very small. But if it's bigger than, let's say, 80, so you have to vault. And this is the same. I'm sorry for the video recording. There's a voiceover right now. As you can see, the capsule is getting cut, so no, you cannot vault up here, even though it's higher in terms of height, but you cannot vault up because there is no clearance. And here you can vault because there is enough clearance for the capsule to come in. And here we have another same example that we have enough clearance and we can vault up, and there we go. We can just jump and we can vault. So as you can see, and yeah, that's it. That's, I guess, pretty much for vaulting. You can just vault on pretty much any cube you can if the conditions are met. That is, if it is of a certain height and there is enough clearance above it and there is no obstruction. So yeah, that's for the first part of the vaulting mechanism that I tried building in this FPS game. And as you can see, the player is now trying to jump and then vault, and you can see the the red line in front of us, in front of the player, which is now here colliding. That is the line trace that is running from up and down using capsule, half height, and every other component that you can use. And now let's move on to the second component. This is the charged jump component. So you hold the spacebar key and the jump fills up. And when it is full, you release it and you jump to the max. Now this, I tried fixing it up with the vault mechanism and there were some issues, but I fixed them. So in this video, as you can see, both of them are working in harmony. So the vault stuff is still going on, the same logic, but you have to hold spacebar to fill up the super jump bar, I should say. And the zeros in the left hand will tell you the value of spacebar or the jump that is being held down by the user. So if the jump key is down, it just keeps on increasing that particular count, and when it is maximum of 1, it will jump. As you can see, now it's 1 and we can jump high. You can obviously adjust this value, how high the player is gonna jump. It's all up to you. And yeah, you can jump and then vault. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. See, there was no need to vault, but if you do like smaller jump, you can jump and then vault. Wait, yeah, let me see. Yeah, here you can do a bit of a mild jump and then you can vault up because there is enough clearance. What was I doing? Yeah, so as you can see, you can super jump, you can vault. See, yeah, it's seamless now. You can super jump and you can vault. Now let's move on to the next one. The next one is, I guess, about wall running. Yeah. So I added wall running into this and I fused all of them together. So now you can vault, you can super jump, and you can do wall running. So there is this testing field logo. I just gave it as a testing field. So yeah, this is me showing you that we can still vault, we can still super jump, and I made those 3 walls facing us. Yeah, those 3 walls in front for the testing of wall running. So now let's, as you can see, both of them are working. And now let's just try and do wall running, shall we? Please go and do wall running. Yeah. So for this wall running, what happens is there is a different type of line trace that's going, and it checks that the player is in like fitting those conditions or not. It's kind of a bit nerdy if I have to go in details because it was very long tutorial. But yeah, what happens is it just turns the player, or rather the camera, by like 30-45 degrees, and this sort of line trace, as you can see, it is going inside the wall. So basically it's just checking if the player is like, in the perfect area or not, and the line trace is continuously bugging the player. And see, if I look back, I fall. That is also one of the conditions inside wall running. Like, you have to just look straight. If you look back, if you look farther than you should, then of course you will fall. See, that's the thing. And I set the line trace to be continuously visible because of testing purposes, as one might do. And wall running was one of the good things I like. I really like this thing in my project. Not to brag, but yeah, it's a good feature. And now the another one, I guess it's about drone deployment. Yeah, this fourth video is about drone deployment, and I added a widget, sorry, a HUD, and this is our drone. Yeah, he makes a lot of noise, I guess, and we can control the drone by pressing F. Yeah, as you can see, there are two line traces going from the drone, one for his height and the other for where he's looking at. So the looking at is for the distance value, the distance to player, and the one that is going vertically is for the altitude, how high the drone is. And he has a torch which is also pointing wherever he will rotate, the drone will rotate, as simple as that. And yeah, it's cool, it's all cool. As you can see, wall running is still working, super jump is also working, and along with that there is vaulting and wall running. And this is our drone. I added the drone. This drone was provided by Reed himself from, it's a free model, I remember. Yeah. And I added those sounds later on because I wanted it to look and feel realistic, but I had an issue, so the sound was continuously playing. Anyways, so this is me fixing the widget, and the issue was in this that there were so many errors. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a blue gradient map. Yeah, there's this sort of blue gradient map using material instance and using a timeline to fluctuate this value. Why? Because that blue bar was giving me issues. I was not removing it correctly or something. I don't know. It's been quite a while since I recorded those videos, and I'll fix them again if I go back to this project. And so I added this blue gradient winglet, whatever we call it, this blue gradient winglet, I'm sorry, just to signify that yes, you have jumped. Similar to Crisis 3, what you can find in Crisis 3, when you jump, there is this sort of blue holographic effect and, sorry, blurring effect at the edges. And this is our drone. He's still working. Those two purple line traces, and he's nodding to us. I mean, the player. And you can see those altitude and distance in the right-hand corner. And later on, you can just add functionality to shoot and, yeah, as you can see, to mouse 1 to fire, F to exit. And now let's move on to the next video, and I guess this is the last video if I'm not wrong. What does this do? Oh yeah, I color coded every comment. I love to comment, and I love blueprints. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, this is the last thing, is the targetable project. So what happens is, if you press Q, you can target any targetable object. And this is the HUD I made. So you have to press Q at the targetable object. Like for example, they are these glowing objects. So if I press Q, this crosshair will target it, and all of our projectiles, all of our velocity, all of our stuff will be aimed down at that target. See? And it also tells the distance you are, the angle and everything in the top left. Debug. I mean, debugging is our savior, right? So yeah, as you can see, no matter where I aim, where I look at, and this thing is like depending upon which target is closer to you or which target you can actually see. It's like a long thing. It will see, it will do some sort of complicated math, and it will check that yes, this one is closer to me, so I should target to this one. And the moment you move ahead, it will automatically target the other one, and it will just send all of your projectiles to that target. And you can use the drone, you can switch back from the drone. Yeah. And I remember there was an issue in this. I haven't fixed it yet. It is related to, I guess, the controller of the drone, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, this is to show that all of those tutorials I worked upon, vaulting, super jump, wall running, drone deployment, targeting system, everything works in one project seamlessly. Like there is no such issue that it's not working. there is an error after I exit the editor. It will appear, I guess, for a frame or so. Yeah, these trying to access none. There is an editor error. I have to agree to this. I haven't fixed it yet, but it's all about, I guess, actor references that weren't replaced in the right way. And whenever I'll open this project back up, whenever I'll be following his tutorials once again, I surely will fix this issue in the project. And I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.